Hello and welcome to Wednesday with Fiona. I'm stamping with Fiona and I wanted to bring today to share with you some cards that I've made using the On the Horizon stamp set and this absolutely stunning designer series paper which is called New Horizons. I wasn't able to get it to start with. It's in the mini catalogue, the January to June, so we've still got a couple of months left, and it is now in stock, and it's just absolutely stunning. Some of them you don't even need to stamp on, so I'll show you. I'm doing 3 cards today, and if you spend £35 in my online store, you will get everything you need to make these 3 cards sent to you for free. So I did these using thick basic white and misty moonlight. That's the not dapper denim, that's the denim ribbon. Denim, yeah, it's just called denim. And then this one is using the pear, which is also in this. That's misty moonlight, and I think it's either Blushing Bride or Petal Parade. I've got a brand new pack here. Doesn't actually say. I think it's Blushing Bride. So I wanted to use a pink on one of them, and I had a brainwave in the middle of the night. So because it's very, very narrow, as you can see. So what I decided to do was to take a piece of tear and tape and cut it in half. So I've already got one bit on there, and then hopefully that will be covered up. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I've already done some stamping, and then there is still some stamping to be done. So let's get rid of my face and we'll get cracking. There we go. Okay, so as I said, I did these with thick basic white card bases, and then I cut the squares misty moonlight, but then I decided I've got some misty moonlight cardstock left, and it is retiring in less than 2 weeks time, so I thought I would use it up rather than waste it. So this one I've already cut, and I just literally using my trimmer cut squares. So that is 8.5 centimeters squared, that should be 8 centimeters squared, and that is 7.5 centimeters squared. Then I've stamped using Misty Moonlight. I just love this font, the Relax and Enjoy Your Day. And I don't actually think this particular little piece of designer series paper needs anything added to it. I just think it's stunning. To me, they look like mountains with a bit of snow on and like a lake. It really reminds me of our trip in 2016 to Canada, to Alberta. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm just going to mat and layer them. And these really should be very, very quick cards. You know, if you wanted to make some in bulk or just to cheer somebody up. The other thing that you can do with this 6x6 designer series paper is some home decor. So I'll probably be doing that as well. It was used by our CEO on stage in November, and it's just stunning. So I'm going to be playing with it for the next couple of weeks, because most of the things that I have got that are retiring are now out of stock. So I thought I'd actually show you some stuff that is still going strong in the mini catalogue, because in May we'll have the launch of the new annual catalogue. Okay, so I've just matted and layered that. And then this is my card base. So that was 21 centimeters by 14.85, scored in half at 10.5. So again, really, really quick and simple, straightforward. Just going to work out where I want my, and I'm not even raising anything with dimensionals or anything, just, you know, literally our postage has just gone up and it's getting really, really expensive. So I just posted some stuff to the States yesterday. I couldn't believe how much it was, but not to worry, it will be worth it. Okay, so I'm just trying to get the frame equal round all 3 sides. Okay, lovely. And then with this sentiment, I'm just going to get my snips and cut. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to do it in line with the R. And then this end, I will try and keep that same angle. Relax and enjoy your day. And I think I might just put a tiny little ribbon to the side of this. And because it's got some pink, I'm going to actually use the pink rather than the Misty Moonlight. I did 21 swaps the other day and all involved tying very small little bows. Oh gosh, my fingers were telling me about it afterwards. So I'll have a look in the catalogue afterwards just to tell you which colour this is. I need to have a pair of scissors that are just for ribbon, I think, because my snips, I'll just use my other ones because my snips are a bit, that's better. Okay, and a glue dot. Just rolling the glue dot up. Put that underneath. I don't know what it is about Misty Moonlight ink, but I seem to get it everywhere. And I'm just going to pop that there. Okay. So the equivalent one that I did in the white, I stamped straight onto the white card. So what do you think? Which one do you like best? Oh, actually, sorry, that's a different piece of card. That's the one with the same card. Same designer series paper. In fact, that looks even like mountains there, doesn't it? To me, that's the sky. I punched a hole and just wrapped the ribbon around, but you can still see the hole, so I'm not so keen on that. So which one do you like best? I'm thinking the white, actually, but I do like them both. Okay, so that's card number 1. Right, card number 2. Now, I have already stamped onto this one, and I've already glued it down. Can you see I stamped some of the trees? And I used Evening Evergreen rather than Misty Moonlight. But the problem is because there's some Evening Evergreen there, it's a bit difficult to see. And I've also stamped the, I don't know what they are, birds, some sort of birds on there. So again, this one is just going to be a really quick and easy, straight onto the mat and then onto the card. I have already stamped a sentiment. And this is the one where I'm going to use my piece of tear and tape, and I've already put that down. So I'm really hoping, I'm just going to glue this, stick this down. I'm really hoping that the ribbon will cover that. If not, I can show you how I hide that. If it, you see there, it's a little bit wider. Hopefully it will be covered up. If not, I'll show you a little trick. So again, I want to have the border around 3 sides. I mean, the designer series paper is just, you know, you don't really need anything else, I don't think. Okay, so I need my tweezers just to get that up, and let's try with the ribbon. Right, I need to cut that straight. Can you see? You can just see a little bit of the glue. Can you see that? The tear and tape. Just here, there's a little bit of tear and tape showing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just push it under the ribbon. Because what you don't want it to do is to stick to the envelope when you put it in an envelope. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that off at both ends. And I'm going to tie a little bow, and again using a glue dot, just stick it on the top. Oops. And it is a different, oh, that's the end of the roll, wow. It is a different shade to the Designer Series paper. Now I could use a blend, but I really don't know what shade that is. Sort of rich raspberry. Right, let's just get a bow out of this. Nope, that's twisted. Try again. That's better. I twisted it when I pushed the loop through last time. Just put it tight. A little bit smaller, I think. Right, let's just trim the tails. Really good value there because it's a double pack of ribbon. You get the Misty Moonlight until June, even though the cardstock has retired. So I've just rolled my glue dot up again. Pop that on the back. I'm going to have it to one side slightly. I'm just going to trim those tails again, they're a little bit too long. Okay, and then my thinking of you, again, I'm going to just snip it. So I'm going to line up with my T. And there we go. What do you think? Over the ribbon? Or under? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to snip that straight. And that can go over the ribbon. What do you think? Just needs a bit of dimensionals. I think the mini dimensionals should do the trick. No, they're large ones. My minis, there we go. That should be enough. Let's hope this works. There's no mistakes in crafting, just happy accidents. Like if you get a bit of glue somewhere, and not glue, well, glue or ink on your card, and then you just cover it with a jewel or a rhinestone or something. Happy accidents. Right, let's fingers crossed that this will work. Thinking of you. There we go. And that was my original. So it's slightly the other way around. See, I cut them different places. So I've got more lake or whatever on that one. And here I've got more sort of the sky in the background. Beautiful. I just, the Designer Series paper is just stunning. Okay, right. Now my third and final one. I've stamped the sentiment, but I am actually going to stamp onto the Designer Series paper. So I'll do that before I mat and layer it. I can do those two and get them out of the way. And then I'm going to just do some stamping. I've got the birds and the I think they're reeds or something grassy. Okay, that's that done. So, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight ink. So I'm just going to stamp, yeah, the reeds, looking at them. I'm just going to stamp them along the bottom here. It's amazing. Right, that's that. And the birds. It's stunning, I think. I hope you agree. That's my Misty Moonlight. I'll clean those in a minute. So I'm just going to layer this. I think that ribbon might be petal pink actually. Looking at this, it's a bit more of that shade. I've got wishing you so much happiness. And I do have a strip that I'm going to use for the ribbon. But as you saw, I finished my petal pink or blushing bride, whatever it is. So I'm going to have to use Misty, which actually might look better. So let's pop this. Whoa. I think I'm going to have my ribbon at the top and my sentiment underneath this time. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that at an angle. Pop that down there. Now we'll use dimensionals for that. Let's do the ribbon first. So narrow, that's the only problem. It's beautiful. It's cotton, so it's great, but it's just really, really narrow. Just lift that up. Not quite straight. That's better. To my little bow. Try not to twist it as I pull it through. How have I managed to get Misty Moonlight ink all over my fingers? I have no idea. I just want this to be quite small. Okay. Okay. Need to go put the lunch on in a minute. I'm recording this because my husband's not been well, so he's just watching some TV, so I can quickly record this and then schedule it for later. Okay, let's pop that. So that's just where the tear and tape was sticking out a bit. Just trim that at the edge there. Okay, and I think I will just pop this up with the dimensionals. Right, and then I would love to hear, I'll lay them all out, and I'd love to hear which colour scheme do you prefer, the basic white card base or the Misty Moonlight card base, and please feel free to comment. Also, if you share my videos either on YouTube or from my page, I will be having a draw. I've got some beautiful stuff that's in the new catalogue coming, some rhinestones and jewels, etc. And so if you share, I will put you in a draw to get one of those. Right. I love that actually. Right, so let me just clear a bit of space and I'll lay them out and you can tell me which ones you like. So here's the Misty Moonlight with the pink and the blue ribbon, and here's the white ones. Slightly different designer series paper because it really depends where you cut it. So I would love to hear which ones you prefer, the white or the misty, or do you like them both? Oh, it's very, very hard to tell. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for joining me today, and I will be back for Friday with Fiona, when I will be using some more of this paper, and I've got some great ideas to do using another stamp set or another couple of stamp sets as well, and I do also have some dies that go with it, so I'm going to have a great play around with that. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you can join me on